What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to throw out some content. As I've always said, I would always be raw and real. You know, something that, my late great friend and, current best friend, we've always said is this too shall pass. It will. But reflection, so I'm just kind of, throwing it out there. Maybe this will make a difference to somebody else. That's, the big thing of why I record content and put thoughts and experience out there. Maybe it'll help somebody else get through something. Maybe it'll help somebody realize they're not alone. They can relate to it. Just anything. And it also is a good therapy to me. It allows me to, let things out. So, um, life's weird. It's, people often say it's a movie. Um, and it is. I mean, it's so tough for in my eyes, from where I'm at right now, and I've seen kind of the almost the snowball or the almost like the peak and the drop. I mean, I was never popular, but I was very competitive and I was very good at sports. And life changed a lot when I was no longer playing in um, organized sports or even intramural. I mean, even after I graduated, I was doing some, pick up 5v5 and 3v3 basketball at Terra when I was going to school there for psychology. And I think that's kind of where the spiral started, is when I stopped going for my psychology degree. I kind of stopped and said, you know what, I'm going through a lot mentally, and I'm going to take a break, get myself together, work, save some money, get a laptop. And I never went back. And not being in competitive sports, um, it's hard because, as somebody who was very good at many different sports, um, being very competitive and having a very winning spirit and mentality, that killer instinct, when you're no longer doing that, what fulfills you, making those amazing plays and people recognizing the recognition and people seeing, like, oh my god, like, you look at, sports, ESPN, top 10, things like that. Like, those are moments, and you have those own moments, every day, and while you're playing. And when you're no longer doing those things, it's an adjustment in life when your lifeline was competitive gaming and competitive sports. um that's not saying that you can't still do those things even at my age, but it's just tougher. So where I'm at, why do I go to the gym? When I was in high school, I never touched a gym, never lifted weights. I was tiny. I was literally a walking skeleton. They called me the praying mantis in soccer. I was a 6 foot, skinny, under 120 pound guy who was just very talented. I was gifted, and I had hard work and determination. And you know, I always wanted to be an athlete, a bigger athlete, to go to college, to uh, you know, try to take my hand and see if I can go further with it. And I didn't do that, and you can't go back. There's no time machine, so you can't really um, look back and have regret on it because you can't change it. But the gym, I found the gym, after I graduated high school, but I did it, and it was something that kind of passed time, and I enjoyed it. It felt good. I saw the improvements, but over the years, I mean, even to the point of wearing the weight plate, the gym has become an obsession, and it's become a saving grace. It's been my constant because one of my big struggles in life is goals are tough for me. When I accomplish things, I'm immediately looking at what's next. I don't have a really an appreciation because you're searching for that recognition in the wrong places. You're searching for the wrong things. I debated on looking back into religion, not going to church, but just kind of opening my eyes to, in my mind, to some sort of spiritual side. But anywho, in the gym, why I loved the gym so much and why I continue to love the gym, I'm having the best workouts that I've ever had, and I'm seeing some major growth, especially in my traps and my pecs and just everything. But for me, and the weight plate in the gym for me is just it's never ending. There is no end goal. You don't, at least for me and where I'm going, it doesn't end. You continue to do it, and you want more and you want more, and you compete with yourself. You compete with the last workout of that muscle group. It's not even about lifting a ton of weight. It's about chasing that burn and chasing that growth, seeing the muscles pop in the moment while you're lifting, and seeing it as time goes. I mean, just seeing my traps, my pecs, bigger than they've ever been, and those have been two of the biggest struggles: the shoulders, the traps, and the pecs. And it's a grind. It takes determination. You can't buy muscles. You have to work for them. I mean, sure, you can do steroids, but you still have to work for them. You still have to do things. So I've made a lot of adjustments and a lot of mental fortitude. I've, went to black coffee. I've cut soda. I've adjusted diets. I'm not strict on the diet, but I'm much more strict than I've really ever been. But the gym for me is just, it's somewhere that I can always go. It doesn't, some people look at me and they ask me like, how do you do it? You just worked a 17-hour shift. You got 2 hours of sleep the night before, and you went to the gym for 1 to 2 hours, and you kicked ass. Why? Because it's what truly grounds me. It humbles me. It gives me hope. It gives me an appreciation for myself. It gives me something to work for, and it's something that I can't. There's no end. You just keep going. You keep going. There's the goalpost always moves. Every time that I reach a goal or a milestone or anything else in life, I immediately want to say what's next, and you feel empty. With the gym, I don't have that. I can't wait to go to the gym tomorrow. I can't wait to go for that next workout. I can't wait to do a shoulder workout the next time. I can't wait to do pecs. I can't wait to see the next amount of growth that I recognize in the mirror and photos. It's just something that I can't duplicate. I mean, my son is the greatest thing in my life. It's, he makes me the happiest, but the gym is what really provides stability, and it grounds me and allows me to let out frustration. And I'm looking into making changes because my current job is not fulfilling to me. I'm barely getting by financially, especially with their mistakes that have caused me to struggle further, and I'm the one suffering from it, nobody else. It's just hard, the way our economy is, it's hard for everybody, but when you're a one-income household and you pay child support, and you're paying an additional $100 a month in child support because of somebody else's mistakes, what do you feel? You feel alone. You don't have your parents to go to anymore. You don't have anybody. You can reach out to people, but at the end of the day, I'm the only one laying my head on my pillow at night. I'm the only one that's in the situation that has to suffer and struggle through it for myself. There's others out there that are doing it too, but for me, like, you're stuck. You can't just make a change and go get a new job. That job has to accommodate. Do I want, can I find a job that's going to, give me more money and a similar schedule so I still have adequate time with my son? Or, it's sacrifice, but I'm not willing to not be there for my son. So, you want to make more money, but there's some sacrifice that has to come with it, but there's also a schedule that that I have to be a part of, because being a father is the most important thing in my life. Second is the gym and any sort of, competition. And that's just where I'm at. So I'm trying to make those adjustments, but the gym is my saving grace. It's what really gets me through. And then anytime that I have my son, he has brought back when I have him, and even when I'm not with him, but he's brought back an innocence, so to say, that I haven't had, and it's an innocence that I'll always protect for him, that I can be open and I can be myself. I can have fun. I can be silly. I can dance in the rain. I can, sing and, dance and do whatever I want and not have any shame or worry about what anybody else thinks, because I just want my son to be happy and have the best life. And that's all that matters to me. So I'm trying to make adjustments because I want to end that generational poverty. I want to give my son the best in the world. I know that I am a good father, and I know that I do the best that I can, but I feel like there's more that I can do. But that's where I'm at, and I'm going to try to do my best, and I hope you all stick around, and this helps somebody.